With the release of the next VHS tape video from Real Time Studio, the one that introduces us to 3 of the 4 main characters in this upcoming game, I realized there were some pretty significant clues that reveal more about the new game and the lack of one important detail that may lead to the greatest clue of them all. This is Piñata Puppy World. Watching this VHS tape for the first time, I noticed a few minor details like the 4:3 ratio, which is a standard viewing display for VHS tapes, as well as the less than par visual graphics and a slightly distorted audio. Again, nothing to think twice about. As far as the content of the video, we meet the voice actors of Gay Gecko, Loris Loch-Ness, and Piñata Puppy, although Piñata Puppy's IRL actor is not seen. I didn't think much of this. Perhaps the voice actor is a V-streamer, which are streamers that use avatars to display themselves rather than their own faces.
Are you sure?
Oh, there's a stalker. Oh my god!
So naturally, I checked the description of the video to see if that was the case, and what I found was something completely unexpected. Taking a look at the featuring section in the description, you will notice the video's voice actors' names are not their actual names. Is this done for some sort of security and protection? Or is it because the characters' chosen names are significant to the game's story? Through the countless time spent digging, all I could find was that Gary Delcizian is a voice actor who has an entire page showcasing all his past works. May Does a Thing is an artist and animator, but unfortunately there isn't too much to see with Jamie Jovell aside from a singular Instagram post from 2021. I couldn't fit too much together, but I did start to theorize. Each name of the actor may directly lead to the personality of the Piñata Puppy World characters. Carrie Mello, the voice of Gay Gecko, may reveal that Gay Gecko is pretty mellow or easygoing. Linda Shell plays Loris Loch-Ness, and to me, Shell sounds like a fancy way to say chill. Lastly is Wendy June, who voices Piñata Puppy. June is the 6th month of the calendar year, which is typically warmer and quite refreshing after the cooler and less than enjoyable previous season of winter. Then I intentfully listened to what each actor said, and like usual, a few things stuck out to me. Starting with Carrie Mello, he says,
"Playing Gecko is special for me. He has that older sibling feeling to it and reminds me a lot of my older brother."
This concludes that Gay Gecko is going to be some sort of protector to us in some capacity. But the next thing he says, that's what really got me.
He'd be there for me no matter what. Even when I messed up as a kid, he would always be there. He'd forgive me.
It nicely ties into the mascot horror theme because in a point I made during a previous video explaining the overview of the game, we are being sent back in time to reflect on something we did as a kid, which likely wasn't good for someone or something. Linda Shell says,
"I wish I had someone telling me to take a step back growing up, because when I was little, I would get really into my art projects, and I felt like I need someone like Loris telling me to hey, it's okay. Take a breather, take a step back, you'll come back to it, and you'll finish where you left off."
This greatly confirms the theory from before about how Linda's last name will likely mirror the nature and personality of Loris Loch-Ness. But then Linda says,
"I do believe that Loris does take a bit too many breaks, so you might want to find a bit of a balance there."
Could this lead to a clue regarding Loris Loch-Ness and our storyline? Was she supposed to be watching us to make sure we don't do something we weren't supposed to, but since she left us unattended for one of her infamous breaks, we wound up doing just that? And finally we have Piñata Puppy. The dialogue takes us back to the end of the first season of the Piñata Puppy show. A still image of the trio traversing through the night to a destination unknown, and them again in a garden near a body of water. I also noticed in these images that each character looks completely different from the rest. In the night image, Loris appears totally calm, walking around without a care in the world. Can't say the same for Gay Gecko. He is deeply concerned, looking to Loris for some sort of security, likely because Piñata Puppy is way too excited and blinded with joy and can't see an issue that may be on the horizon. The same behaviors can be reflected in the following image at the garden. However, we don't really know what the Piñata Puppy show is. We did get a first look at a DVD from the Piñata Puppy World collection, but the language and wording is clearly not the same. Are we supposed to just merge the two varying videos synonymously? I don't believe so. Even though this VHS tape and the DVD collection are created by the same organization, CDMQ Kids, I see it as a stretch to say they are one and the same.
My name is Julius, and I'm your twin brother.
Oh, obviously.
After all, DVDs were the ones who smothered the VHS tapes. But let's not get too lost in that spiral. Looking at the remainder of Piñata Puppy's segment, we hear that the 3 friends have spent all the first season exploring and learning new life lessons in Puppyville. Where's Puppyville? Is this Piñata Puppy's area the children's center, much like Gay Gecko's treehouse shop? Or is this something we have yet to discover? One thing of many to pay attention to is when phrases or images repeat themselves. This isn't done by chance or carelessly, but with intent to bring focus to a specific part. Check this part out.
We got the Thunderdome. I love that name so much. Thunderdome. We got the Thunderdome.
Carrie says Thunderdome 3 times. I can't pinpoint or know for certain right now what the importance of the Thunderdome is aside from it holding a few of the children's center's main attractions. Perhaps it's a pivotal area of the center or the place where something serious happens, but I'll definitely memorize that for later on. He proceeds to introduce 2 more areas of interest. The electronics bay, which is likely where teenagers go to play computer games or the parents wait while their kids go play, and the television tower, which has to be the hub for the CDMQ Kids broadcast and production studio. Another word commonly referenced in not just this video but other past videos is the word wish.
I feel like I wish I had something like this growing up.
On the surface, it's a loosely used phrase we say to emphasize a goal or desire we want that is rather difficult to acquire naturally. But in this context, wish is greatly connected to memory lane. Could this be a portal between our reality and that of Piñata Puppy, Gay Gecko, and Loris Lochnes's? One thing I think we all noticed were the little pop-ups throughout the video. At the 20-second marker, we see up next Jeffrey the Evil Sausage Machine, time code at 6 minutes and 15 seconds. For those who are unaware or don't understand, it just means that in the however long video, at this time you'll see the segment about Jeffrey, much like a chapter in the book and the page number to turn to for it. 6 seconds later, at 6:45, it says later on, Brother Bull the Friendly Ball. I guess there are more characters that will be revealed as time goes by, but I strongly feel these characters are not going to be the main ones we haven't met already. At 34 seconds, it shows Call Now, aiming for that $1 million retreat. This seems so random at first glance, but let's think about it for a second. Firstly, there's no number to call on screen, so chances are it's the number printed on the VHS sleeve that we have yet to see. And it only shows up when we see each voice actor posing next to their respective game character. Why is this? I feel the significance of this reference is to compare the journey of going to memory lane as that of a $1 million retreat. It's just that pleasant and relaxing. Then we skip ahead to 1:57, and the graphic fades in with text of a website, piñatapuppyworld.com. Naturally, I went to the website and it is linked to the Piñata Puppy World Kickstarter page. Good one, Real-Time Studio. And the last set of graphics to be seen on screen is coming soon, and thank you for supporting us, which is an outright way of Real-Time Studio showing their gratitude for all of you making this dream a reality. But right before the video ends and you think, neat. The 4:3 ratio transforms into 16:9, the quality of the graphics and audio improved drastically, we can actually see more of the parking lot and entranceway to the Piñata Puppy World Children's Center. I realized soon after that the time in which this video was filmed was before it closed down and was probably just about to open its doors if not already did. I say that because the paint on the building was vibrant and not chipped or cracked like in the PPW Video 2 Cord Lot After video. But something new I've not yet seen clearly before were the left and right sides of the parking lot. On the left, we see a walking path with some artistic designs throughout it in brown, red, blue, and green paint. Assuming each color correlates to each character and each design is that of a footprint, you can infer that the red footprint belongs to Piñata Puppy, the blue is for Loris Lochnes, the green is Gay Gecko's, and the brown is none other than Harold Eagle's talons. On the right, we see 3 blue signs, but only 2 different designs. Loris Lot, which just makes sense on account of alliteration, and one that cannot be seen so clearly even when zoomed in. The only clear element is the image, which if we look back at earlier references to this character in the video and the paint on the side of the signs, it has to be Gay Gecko. With the location of the sign being near the handicap section, could this also mean that Gay Gecko is disabled in some capacity, either naturally or by an injury of some kind? Or is it just where it's placed with no meaning whatsoever behind it? The end of this video leaves me with 2 big questions. 1, where is Harold Eagle? And 2, do we start the game in the beginning of Season 2, where we are introduced to Harold Eagle, explaining the character's absence? But that is all we have to work with for right now. There are definitely some unanswered questions about the storyline of the game that lead me to wonder and speculate certain ideas and notions about the Piñata Puppy World Children's Center, but we'll just have to sit and wait till the next batch of clues, or the game itself, drops to determine the mystery of Piñata Puppy World. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope that you stick around for more updates about Piñata Puppy World by subscribing to my channel. If you liked the video, please hit the thumbs up button and hit the notification icon so you never miss when I upload. Until I see you in the next one, hope you have a great rest of your day, and take care.